Hello and welcome, I'm your host Elizibar. This is The Flash, 100-page giant, number 2. It's volume 2 because it was already a Flash series, which was actually one of the weaker series, or books in the original run of these things. But, why make it easy to understand what issue you're on when you can have two number 2s come out within the same calendar year? It's a pretty good book. The cover's great. I don't really like Grodd that much. I think it's kind of the whole Gorilla City thing is kind of a dumb thing. Like, it's definitely a relic from the 50s and 60s, but I had a fun time with this. The news story starts off pretty cool because we got this neat villain in this cool suit of armor. Kind of reminds me of the way Godspeed looks. We got Flash trying to save people, and this new villain has a whole arsenal of tricks that let her fight the Flash. And it turns out that she's from the future and da-da-da-da, none of that really matters. There's also this little plot where Barry gets to flex his police skills, and it's very effective. Turns out he's right. It's pretty cool. It's a great introduction to the character. If you were just picking this up and you had no idea who the Flash was, that first story actually clues you into a lot of stuff. Oh. Hold on. There's even, right here, they tell you the Flash can phase through stuff. Like, this is totally a story aimed at people who don't know a lot about the Flash, and it does a fantastic job. The art's good, the writing is pretty good. It was a fun story. Then we get to this story, which is also a new story. I didn't like the art so much. There's something about that style that just doesn't work for me. But I really enjoyed what's going on in here. The villain is putting thoughts into the Flash's head. Like, the Earth is flat. And my favorite bit, let me find it. It's absolutely ludicrous. For a moment, the Flash thinks animals can talk. Like, it's so dumb. It's a hoot, and I love it. Then we get to this story. It's a reprint from something, and it's all about Grodd launching a guerrilla invasion. And so you got Grodd chasing Flash down. Grodd's got the Speed Force power in him. There's this dude here who cares from the future or something. And then you've got the Rogues fighting the Guerrilla Army, which I thought was fun. The art here, it's a very different style from what you usually see in superhero comics. I don't necessarily like it, but I don't dislike it either. It's just different. And it's most apparent how different it is when there's not all this lightning crackle on the art, and you can actually see what things look like underneath. She looks great in this style, by the way. I don't like it so much on the other characters. That story, Guerrilla War Part 2, Last Ape Standing. Um, it's fun, but it's not amazing. We got this Green Arrow story. Now, if you remember last issue, Green Arrow and Black Canary were tracking down like some human trafficking and da 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 da, and they're like auctioning people off or something, and it's crazy. And you know what? Hold on. Give me just a second. I'm going to open up my curtain a little more, let in a little more light, because I just realized it's getting kind of dark. I think the cloud cover got thicker outside. There we go. Maybe that's a little better. Yeah, so there's some human trafficking, and they're investigating it. The art style here feels a little indie, but I really like the crazy looking coloring. I think it's fantastic. The line art I'm not so sold on, but I like the way that it's colored. Who did the coloring on this story? Does it say? Art and color by Otto Schmidt. Well, I really like the coloring, dude. Uh, Green Arrow and Black Canary, naturally they hook up because, they get married 20 issues from now. There's some betrayal, and it's actually a really fun story. Hold on. I like this page a lot. I liked it so much, I'm going to turn it sideways so you can take the whole thing in. Rotate your head. Rotate your head. I really like the way that was laid out. I think that's pretty masterful. And the darkness, it just feels good. And then there's the Blue Beetle story, and it's okay. That's really all I got to say about it. He's still in the I'm discovering who I am bit. I did like this subversion of the trope here. especially in modern America. Oh, look, it's a redneck with a red hat. It's a redneck with a red hat. Now, modern America tells you that, he's going to shoot the kid or something. But no, he's just like, look, it's called Goodwill. If you need some clothes, man, I would have just opened this up and given them to you. Boom! And the rest of this is just kind of like, I don't know or care what's going on. So out of this stuff that's in here, we got 5 stories. I liked it. I liked it. I liked it. I liked it. I didn't like it so much. So that's 4 out of 5. Although I gotta say, the Blue Beetle story, I liked parts of it. I just don't really care about the narrative so much. Like the final reveal at the end, which sends Jamie here into tears. Like, oh, that hit hard. That hit hard. I can't tell you what it is, but that hit hard. And I was like, ooh. So, I guess I did kind of like it. We're going to call it 4 out of 5, though. That's pretty darn good. This was a pretty good comic, especially for $4.99. Check it out. Check it out. Absolutely check it out. If you didn't like The Flash, you might like The Flash after reading the first 2 stories in this thing, because they're pretty good. This book actually did something I thought was impossible. It made me go, wow, I really like that Green Arrow story. I really like that Green Arrow story.